Our younger brother, he was the fragrance of our family. He had such a sharp memory that if we used to test him. We used to give him a book and make him read that page. And after scanning through that page, he would just repeat verbatim the whole page without going through that page second time. So we thought that he's going to do something very extraordinary in his life. And our thoughts were vindicated when he joined Indian Navy.
We joined IIT Kharagpur the same year, that is 1961. He had joined the electrical branch.
Yes.
Or electrical engineering department, I should say, and I had joined the mechanical engineering department.
Okay.
Vinod Jain and me joined the Navy in the year 1966. And in the month of July, we reported for our basic training. Since we were from different departments, our selection process was different. And I did not know that Vinod had also joined the Navy. It's only in our training establishment, Vendurathi at Cochin, that I met. And it was a surprise for me that he had also reported for the same training.
We all were very thrilled when Lieutenant VK Jain got transferred to a research establishment with some specific projects which Navy wanted him to pay his attention. And he achieved success maybe, and they wanted him to continue with that effort. And ultimately, during 1971 war, perhaps he wanted to test certain things or the results of his research. He went and voluntarily took transfer to INS Kukri with a lot of exhortation and request from the Admiral Nanda at that time.
Thereafter we went for our professional training courses, and frankly we did not run into each other. Next is a big jump, and next time I bumped into him was in the year 1971. That's almost 5 years after we had joined the Navy. I had returned in the month of December after Navy had done the big act on 4th of December. Vinod had also returned from a different assignment, and we met on the jetty. So I asked him, what are you doing here? At which ship? He mentioned he was on board Kukri. INS Kukri was an anti-submarine ship. And Vinod had been specially deputed on board that ship to try out equipment which had been developed by his team. Now, it's only now I realize that now he had become a specialist within the Navy on a very classified project which was looking far beyond 71. I mean, they were developing a equipment which would be state-of-the-art technology. And this was a monumental work which was being done, and I'm sure Navy thought it fit to try out whatever bit he had developed in actual war conditions. 71 Ops gave us the opportunity to try out this equipment during actual action. Well, he went out for his deployment, and unfortunately the ship we lost and Vinod Jain perished in that incident. A very dedicated, highly professional and a sharp officer. Research and development is not everybody's piece of cake. He apparently found it quite convincing and quite challenging, and he took on this task. So much so, I understand, he also volunteered for this mission to try it out on battle conditions. Well, his sacrifice has not been lost, because in between, some data which he had collected had been analyzed, and eventually that equipment has also been developed. So his contribution has been positive. We would have liked him to be available or with us to see the end of the project and fruition of the project. I am sure we could have got much more from him if he had been with us. It's sad. I lost a friend, a batchmate, and a good, young, promising naval officer.
His nickname was Binu, and the name of the pump is also Binu. And that reminds us, and the photograph over there, that anybody coming from the Navy, they will inquire who is he. And once we tell who is he, they say, yes, we remember him. He was with us. Similarly, I met one Commander Chaudhary. He was in helicopters. And 9th December, when this INS Kukri was sunk, he was in that search party. On the 9th December night, they couldn't locate. On the 10th December morning, they picked up the survivors from the rafts. So he started calling me Naren Bhaiya. My first name is Naren. He started calling me Naren Bhaiya, because I am the elder brother of Vinod Kumar Jain. So that was the kind of a feeling he generated in his brother officers. Later on, to perpetuate his memory and to give a certain kind of a recognition to his effort, the family instituted a gold medal in his memory, which was very well received by the naval headquarters and appreciated the family's gesture. Later on, that medal became quite a coveted award with the officers, because it was to be awarded by the Navy for any outstanding research which other officers were going to be engaged into. And each year during the investiture ceremony, the family people used to be invited to attend that ceremony. And the first ceremony was attended by our mother, and she was treated like a VIP in Vizag, the headquarters of Eastern Fleet.
सितंबर 71 की बात है ये, कि मेरे को, हम लोग हेस्टिंग्स में रहते थे, तो वहाँ पर हमारे मदर फादर भी साथ में रह रहे थे उस टाइम। तो चिट्ठी आई थी उनकी कि मैं जो हूँ अब देश के काम के लिए जा रहा हूँ, अब मेरा नाम स्वर्णिम अक्षरों में लिखा जाएगा। अब मैंने जो काम फिर जुटा था वो मैंने पूरा कर लिया, मैं बस उसी को टेस्ट करने जा रहा हूँ और मैं इसमें ज़रूर सक्सेसफुल होऊंगा और हम लोग जीत के ही आएंगे। तो हम लोग तो ये सोच रहे थे कि बस वो तो लौट के ही आएंगे या कुछ है। उससे पहले फिर हमें न्यूज़ मिल गई 9 तारीख को कि INS खोपरी में सब कुछ चले गए हैं। तो मेरे को तो यही लगता था कि इधर चिट्ठी आ रही है कि वो मैं स्वर्णिम अक्षरों में अपना नाम लिखवा के आऊँगा। मुझे नहीं मालूम था कि वो ऐसे लिखवा के आएंगे। अब वो चिट्ठी अभी भी मेरे पास है, मुझे ढूंढ के निकालनी पड़ेगी। वो जो चिट्ठी उन्होंने लिखी थी, अब उसकी पूरी चीज़ें तो मुझे याद नहीं है, पर ये 2 लाइनें बहुत अच्छे से याद हैं। उन्होंने कहा था कि मैं आज देश की सेवा के लिए जा रहा हूँ और देखना कि मेरा नाम बदनाम नहीं होगा। मैं जो भी करके आऊँगा अच्छा करके आऊँगा।